Welcome to Simon NoChaNoMa. Welcome to Simon's Living Room. That was a little brief introduction that I used in my advert, and as suggested by Radri, who I was talking to in a live stream. Hang on. I have to mute myself here. So Radri suggested that I actually put that at the beginning of every show, or something quite like it. It's not a bad idea. I'm just wondering how it came across. I didn't take these out. How it came across to the viewer, who happens to be me at the moment. Where is everybody? Yes, if you were watching that, if you watched that on the replay and the sound came across clearly and not broken like it did when I was playing it back to myself, let me know. I may continue using that as a kind of an introduction to the show. Certainly might use it as an introduction to the show on when I'm doing the adverts. Hey, Vitsavi Mom. There was no briefs in the video. No. It was very carefully edited. As I said to Dean, judiciously placed gimbals. Did you hear, did the sound come through? Was it broken sound? Was it clear sound with the music there? When I started playing it sort of here, the sound was a bit choppy. But anyway, I'm glad to have... Oh, hello, Ellen. I thought it was good. No sound. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to work on that. I could hear the sound here through my earphones of that clip. But the idea is for the viewers to hear it, which doesn't bode well for the music I lined up to play for during the show as background music, which you can do with this app. But I'll tell you what, since I have an audience, I'm going to go to my audio. Right. I'm going to start playing this. Okay. It is now theoretically playing. I can hear it playing on my earphones down there. Can you hear any music at all going on in the background? Not sure you want to see my shower routine. Well, it won't be. I mean, Radri suggested sort of I could change that sort of just that kind of style, that quick style, where it's a part of my day or something, or preparation for the show, sort of theme. So it won't necessarily be me in the altogether having a shower every time. Hang on, Ellen, let's have a look. No music, you hear nothing. Oh, well, I shall stop that because it's obviously like there's some kind of app issue going on. Where are we? Playlist, no, audio. Sorry, right. It was rather groovy music. You'll just have to imagine it. It was good. I should keep doing it. Well, yes. I mean, I did it last night, so to speak. I mean, I had a video. I mean, I've been quite prolific. I've been putting up vlogs on the regular channel quite consistently, and so I had the vlog up from my trip to Leiden from last Saturday, and I wanted to leave that up as long as possible. There's a link to it in not only on my channel but also on Instagram. And putting an advert up means like getting rid of that link and putting the link up to the advert. So I left the advert until the last minute, as I often do, and just think, what can I do? Got home. Well, I need a shower. I could do that. So hang on, who's this? So because I've been obviously I spam everybody, and they sometimes appreciate it and sometimes don't. Oh, it's Lucas from the Philippines appreciating the fact that I spammed him. Okay. So Christmas. Yeah, I did a bit of Christmas stuff this morning. I posted my first Christmas card, handmade, to my friend in Nihonbashi. So hopefully that will get there before Christmas. And I bought some chocolates, some Belgian chocolates, for another friend in Yamaguchi, and I've got to post those yet. So that's, and I've still got to get my parents and my sister Christmas presents. I have an idea, but it will probably have to be got almost at the last minute, because it'll involve food items and such like, and then I'll be taking those with me to England. You've been buying Christmas presents for the kid. Well, my kids are easy. I've got my youngest son. He told me what he wanted, and I got it. So he knows what he's going to get. It's no surprise. And the oldest son just wants money. So I often try and think of something else to sort of give with the money, just something little, so that you've got something under the tree other than an envelope in the branches. I should probably be getting money and clothes. Once a year I get clothes. You made money. That's very very clever. I was going about to talk Dutch there, Ellen. I was heel slim van jou. was I was going to say. Got some phones for yourself. You got some new phone. How many phones do you need? I thought my old phone I might be able to revive it. And I thought, yes, I could then do out and about vlogs and have the one phone showing comments and the one phone doing. But no, no matter what I try, it keeps dying. So I'll just have to stick with the one phone. And yes, I'm debating whether to do out and about vlogs in England, like I did in the summer. It kind of works, but I did notice that the audio was terribly out of sync. Well, yes, my old phone was 4 years old and almost had never a day where it was actually switched off, which is probably why it died. You know, if you keep going constantly, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, without switching off now and again, anything will probably die. But yes, Christmas. I'm quite looking forward to it. I'm quite looking forward to. Oh, Ellen. Yes. How was the? I can't remember the name of it. That almond butter, honey butter almond stick thing that you had. Let me know. But yes, I'm looking forward to the food. I'm skipping lunch here. I'm having a liquid lunch, but Christmas comestibles. That's what I'm looking forward to. Yeah, so I've got not much more Christmas shopping to do. I've written most of my cards, but tomorrow I shall be, or tonight, I don't know, I shall be putting up the Christmas tree. I said I was doing it last week, but my youngest son said, no, because it was it's too early for him. He likes things to happen on traditional times and stuff. It's quite important. So so this week I can manage to get the Christmas tree up, and we'll be doing the regular photo opportunity, which will then appear on Facebook and Instagram in the traditional Christmas manner. Yeah. So Ellen, if you're still there, have you started decorating your place for Christmas? It was very delicious. You put it in the oven for a few minutes. I haven't actually bought any Christmas food yet. Actually, I quite fancy that. I shall go and hunt for mince pies before before I go. I should explain to you. I mentioned it in the advert, but today was going to be the day that Jenny Silver was going to join, but she messaged me during the week, and she's had a horrendously hectic and stressful week, so she couldn't really join today. But hopefully next week she'll be joining, and I might do some kind of Christmassy thing there, because the week after that I shall be driving to England on the Saturday. And on the 22nd, I shall probably have a live stream from my parents with real Christmas food and things. And I was also going to. I was the only viewer, well, for the most part, at Radri's live stream, unannounced live stream this morning, and. I thought, well, I'll invite him onto mine, but he's coming down with a cold. So guests are being sought and found and lost. But I have a meeting sometime this afternoon, which is sometime in the morning on the west coast of. On the east coast of America, with a harpsichord tutor from Princeton University, who my good friend Joe Shu, who was on the show last year, he is currently at Princeton University, and he found someone for me, a guest. So I'm going to have an interview with her, or a chat, and hopefully she'll be able to join. And Roger said, "Don't announce all your plans in advance, because people get disappointed when it doesn't happen." Well, I mean, but I like to tell people what I'm doing. You won't be decorating your home for Christmas. Well, but I say decorating mine. I put the tree up, and I think I hang a few lights on my mantelpiece, and that's it. Because basically, there's only a couple of weeks before we go to England. And when I get back, it's just there to remind me that it is a different time of year than every other day, basically. So yes, as I was saying, I've got. I don't know whether I mentioned it last week, but the stand-up comedy duo, Japanese stand-up comedy duo that has been found by my friend Chuck the Magpie, they'll be on the show, the first show in the new year, hopefully. I did watch a program, Japanology Plus, about all the various kinds of Japanese comedy. So I'm trying to work out questions for them for that. You've got your tree up. Mine's still in a box in the cupboard. I put the Christmas trees up at work, actually, and hung the lights in them, and they promptly blew down in a gust of wind. And my boss had to then fill the buckets that were in with concrete blocks. Yes, I don't know, when you get to our age, viewers, it's kind of yes, the magic. Apart from Frederick, Frederick's off train spotting, but he's extremely persistently enthusiastic about Christmas. But I try to get in the Christmas spirit and mood. Yeah, Japanology Plus is fun. I like Matt Alt. Whenever I'm just randomly going off topic here, but if you've ever watched Japanology Plus on the NHK, it's a kind of a cozy show that introduces aspects of Japan, and it's presented by Peter Barakan. And partway in a few years ago, they introduced a character, a person called Matt Alt, who's this American guy who studied Japanese popular culture or something, and he's very knowledgeable and lives in Japan with his wife and speaks fluent Japanese. But he comes across on the program as very cheesy and annoying to most viewers who are looking for a cozy show, and they don't like him. But I do. Hi, Tamara. Hey. Tamara, Ellen, Tamara, and Ellen. What is your connection? Your connection is Shinichi. I think Shinichi. Did he go and visit you, Tamara, and hang out with you? Specifically, Ellen and I met him in Amsterdam, but I think he came to your house. If am I right? Am I wrong? But anyway, if anybody gets a chance, have a look at Japanology Plus. It's like an old British television program and very relaxing. Oh, you're friends. Well, that explains it. That's good. I mean, yes. Okay. I'm superfluous to needs. That's right. Yes. Well, I have an open invitation to most of my YouTube friends, the ones I've visited, that they're perfectly welcome to traipse all the way to Belgium, and I shall dismantle this. Well, I shall probably stay in this spare room, and they can have my room if they wanted to come and visit. I could show them the sights of Belgium. Which will be a first, actually, having people come to visit. And speaking of Japanology Plus, let's. I mean, my intro. Nobody heard my intro, and the sound on this. I was hoping the ambient sound on this video that I'm going to transfer to would it's Tokyo in the rain at night. It's quite relaxing. Ah, you went to Tokyo and met them there. Oh, cool. Well, hopefully I'll be able to do that next November. But I've got that many people that I want to see and meet up with again, or for the first time. Going to be quite hectic. I think I had 2 days on my last visit where I wasn't actually meeting up with people. And when I stayed in Onomichi, sort of traveling to Onomichi, staying in Onomichi, and traveling back to Tokyo. Those were the times when I hadn't actually arranged to meet up with people. It was a social whirl. I think this is Shin Nihonbashi to Mitsukoshimai station, a walk from one to the other. I'm putting this up. This is one of these walking video things that I watch from a couple of weeks ago. So this is what it was like in Tokyo a couple of weeks ago, and I've walked around this area. Itabashi. I'm not familiar with that area. Yes, I'd like to go back every year. It's just financially not feasible. This is why I'm not going. I didn't go this year. An interesting thing that Radri was talking about in his live stream this morning, because he didn't announce the live stream, and consequently he didn't have any viewers apart from me. Since my phone is on all the time and it tells me that things are happening, I went and watched, and he did a solo live stream, which he usually doesn't. He usually manages to get a guest, which I'm quite envious of, that he manages to get them so regularly. Ikebukuro. Well, I've been to Ikebukuro with Aussie Awesome briefly, because I just met him there, and then we went to Shinjuku to meet up with a bunch of other people. Yes, so yeah, Radri was doing this solo live stream and wondering about, what the point is of producing live streams and being a YouTuber, because he would like to be a filmmaker, and has made 2 films, but has, due to sort of creative angst about what the quality of them is, has not released them, and was wondering about what legacy would he leave. because producing live streams, producing YouTube videos, do you want to be remembered as a person that only ever produced videos for YouTube? But I would argue that YouTube is currently, and possibly to some extent in the future, the repository of creative stuff. I mean, obviously, popular things go on Vimeo, but you have to pay for that. Yes, well, for me, it's a kind of a hobby. Yeah, he was thinking more in terms of upping the ante and making it a means of, earning money from his hobby. But to do that, do you sell your soul to the YouTube algorithm and produce videos that you think YouTube will promote and give you the access to the subscribers and the money, or do you just do it for pleasure? I do it mostly. I mean, looking at the numbers of views on my videos, you can only conclude that I must do it just for the pleasure of it. I mean, it's quite nice. For example, when I went to Leiden, I mean, it was fun. I suppose I could have maybe enjoyed Leiden differently if I just walked around and not photographed or videoed or anything. But since I was on my, if I'd gone with company, I probably would not have videoed. But since I mostly go everywhere on my own, it was kind of nice to video it. Yeah, getting monetized. You can getting money. You can all videos, as long as don't contain anything that would sort of cause them to be demonetized, can be monetized in the sense that ad revenue, you are entitled to a tiny fraction of it. I'm not quite sure whether you have to be sort of now reincorporated into the YouTube partner program to get the money off any adverts that or anything from the monetization. Used to be you had to be a YouTube partner before you could get anything like that. Then they opened it up to everybody, and then they closed it down again. Most of my adverts, for example, get copyright claims where you don't get any. I would not get any monetization, basically because I just used tunes that I like, that I've taken from the internet. But I mean, it's a 1 minute advert on YouTube on my channel that gets seen by about 23 people. So it's hardly worth the worry. YouTube Premium. I don't think I would want to pay for YouTube, though. I mean, if I was going to pay for YouTube, do you get any better videos if you pay for it? I don't know. I mean, I have 3 channels. I have 3 channels which I so that the recommendations for each channel are different, so that I'm able to then watch my various tastes. I mean, on one channel, I just watch sort of philosophical and historical and videos, and on the other channel, I watch music and sort of things about model trains and model cars and old cars and stuff. So that I don't do that on this channel or my I've got 4 channels. Good grief! Yeah, I've got 4 channels. I don't do this on my vlog channel, or because my recommendations would just get clogged up with stuff. Oh, you got 4 free months. 3 months for, yes, you got free stuff with your phone. No, my phone is not tied to any carrier, so I had to pay big money for me, big money to get my phone. What type of historical stuff? Anything from stuff about prehistory. I was watching this morning, lying in bed. I was watching briefly a video about Carnotaurus from Argentina, and then I watched programs on unknown aspects of World War II history, and I watch stuff about ancient history. Hey, Tomo! Tomo's in the house, everybody. What's it like in Shikoku? Is it cold there yet? Oh, hang on. Patreon. No, that's from this channel that I cobbed this. Nippon Wandering. If you're interested, this is Nippon Wandering channel. If you just want to watch videos of somebody wandering about, not saying anything in Japan, go to that channel. Sleeping on the sofa. I should try that. I should really, really try that. I do. I'll sometimes try to do that. But I can't switch my mind off. You love Nippon Wandering. Yeah, I've subscribed to actually about 2 or 3 channels like his. There's a channel run by a Japanese couple, and they talk whilst they walk, which is quite nice. But it's all in Japanese, which is a bit awkward because I don't understand what they're saying. But I leave them comments and they reply in English, so they're quite nice. They did one about Kita Kamakura, which I haven't watched yet. 9 degrees in Shikoku. That's exactly the same temperature here, actually. So there you are. You could imagine you're in Belgium, Tomo. Except it's like very grey skies looking out the window here. But yes, actually, I mean, for those, I mean, this looks quite amazing. Tokyo. You went to Tokyo the other week, didn't you? Yes, that's right. You say you were in Tokyo last week. It's a great place, isn't it? Yeah. If you go to other places, I mean, they don't look all that much different to round here. Lots of. Hello, who's this? -10, Australia. Oh, it's Tom. I'm just telling my son where I'll be. Oh, sorry. Rainy and cold. Yes. Well, it's not rainy. I think it must be raining in Holland, but here it's going to rain tomorrow. We're probably going to get your weather from tomorrow that you've got today. Yeah, I did debate about whether to go out today but it's. I'd like to go out and do a live stream with my phone again. Sorry, just my son here. Okay, just asking what they're going to their grandmother's. There's a mass in the church for their late grandmother who died a couple of months ago, and they're going there. And then coming to me. Usually I go and pick up the youngest son, and my oldest son makes his way to me from his friends. But it's different today. Anyway, where was I? Hang on, sorry. Domestic stuff going on while I'm doing this. Hang on, just find out what time they're arriving. Talk amongst yourselves. Sorry. So while I'm waiting for him to reply, and you're all here, how many of you have watched? I mean, I imagine most of my viewers here have watched my vlogs that I've done. The Rainy Walk one, the Drizzly Hallows one, the walk to the river one that I did with my son, and the one in Amsterdam, and blimey, I've done that, man. I've done a lot. And the one in Leiden. So I've done 5 vlogs in the space of like 2 months. Have you managed to see them all? And should I keep doing more? My friend Ed Tomorrow, YouTuber. This video is Shin from a walk from Shin Nihonbashi station to Mitsukoshi Mai station, also in Nihonbashi. You watched the one in Amsterdam and Leiden. Well, yes. Around. All right, so quite late. They're coming quite late. So. All right. Oh well. Oh yes, notifications on YouTube. It's strange. There's some. I mean, I get notifications backed up, and I don't see them for hours and hours later. Yeah, I mean, I have my bell set on for loads of subscriptions, but it just decides me to send random ones or ones that it thinks that I want to see, and then I'll see later that the YouTube friends that I've got that have made videos have made a video and I've not seen it. Oh, they'll probably be arriving after I've gone to bed. It is Tokyo. It is Tokyo. Shin Nihonbashi is the station in Nihonbashi in Tokyo in the Chuo ward, and Mitsukoshi Mai station is just a bit further up than that. I know because I walked between the two themselves. It's not the Nihonbashi in Osaka. This is the Nihonbashi in Tokyo. The first place that was developed. Oh no, sorry, going into the history there. So if you get a chance, Tamara, plow through my channel and look at the other videos and see what you think. As I was saying, my friend Ed Tomorrow liked the one I did in Leiden. He said his comment was after the first minute, I could see that this was going to be good. Keep making them like this. All right, okay. The first minute of the video consists of me eating my breakfast, edited down into about 30 seconds. So I'm not quite sure what that means, relatively speaking. I hope you like the rest of the video. Hang on. You will comment. Ah, yes, 5-year-old daughters. Yes, they do. Yes, I can. Yes, I think I started YouTube when my children were like 10 and 8, something like that. So they're now 21 and nearly 21 and how 21, yeah, 21 and 19. But yes, when they were small, there was no YouTube. For me, anyway. Sinterklaas and Christmas. Yes, yesterday was Sinterklaas. So now you've just got to let that die down, and it'll all be Christmas soon. No, that's all. That's fortunately now that Sinterklaas thing is a brief period from when they're at infant school till about the age of 9 or 10, when they, or perhaps a bit earlier, when they realise that Sinterklaas is not quite what the adults say it is, and it's maybe not real. So I don't know if the Dutch children become savvy about the illusion of Sinterklaas and therefore Christmas, or do they still believe in Christmas? Ah. Yes, I mean, I've been to Tokyo in May. I always go to Japan either in spring or late autumn. I was taking a shower. Yes, and I carefully edited and positioned the camera because I was genuinely taking a shower in between filming. And that's why some of the images are blurred and cropped, so that I don't get demonetized or banned from YouTube or cause anybody offense. Just tell me if you're tired of watching people walking about in Nihonbashi, and I shall go back to my living room. Yes, I'm as I was saying earlier, that the other viewers will know that my friend Radri suggested that I should use that kind of intro for my show, which I did, but the sound didn't come across, and also that kind of style. I shall maybe do that for next week. So you heard it here first, and you shall see it in future videos or advert videos. There'll be the standard Simon NoChaNoMa show snippet of my life kind of thing. Probably won't do one from work. Hang on, I've just seen your comment tomorrow, right? Oh, your daughter already has doubts. Right. I can't remember when I realized that Father Christmas wasn't real. I think I was still writing notes. What we used to do in England was we'd write our wish list to Father Christmas, what I want for Christmas, and then we had to. I mean, in the places we lived when I was a small child, we had open hearths with a real chimney. So Father Christmas could come down the real chimney. So we would I and my sister would write our wishes for what we wanted for Christmas, and we would then throw these on the fire, basically, and they would burn, and then the ashes would go up the chimney, and then it would be on its way to Father Christmas. Dean, let the party commence. Have you got your gimbal judiciously placed? Tamara the skeptic, you were a 5 but never really believed. But you still got the presents. You still demanded the presents. Everybody, the Nightbreed. This is Dean, former colleague from my former show. Our former show, sorry. 3 Old Dudes. If you're feeling strong enough, you may go. If you look up 3 Old Dudes on YouTube, you will see me, Dean, and our colleague Robert being just us 3 old dudes. Right. You went to celebrate Christmas and not Sinterklaas. So, but you still got presents. Or did you? I mean, that was it. The presents got shifted from Sinterklaas to Christmas. The parents were thinking, phew. Dirty old dudes. Yes. Yes. I was very clean in my advert. Yes, if you want to see 3 topless middle-aged men do a show, you want to, if you really, really want to, there is a particular episode of 3 Old Dudes where we did that. Yes, being an old dude has its advantages. It has disadvantages. I've got tennis elbow, and Dean has a bad back, and so on. But there are positives, aren't there, Dean? I think. I hope. Your parents didn't tell you about Santa. You still believe in Santa. I'm going to. Sorry, Tom. I'm just going to shift back to my living room. There we go. If you read, ooh, there we are. I've got that glow around me. This is because of I have a cheap green screen effect. This is why I've got a green glow. There are no positives, none, none to being old. Tamara's family, rational skeptics. It's yes, Dutch Protestant sort of rationalists. What matches the chairs? Oh, yes, my green glow. Well, now I know that my children are coming tonight. I can have another glass of wine. I don't have to drive to get them. I may go into town after this. Well, I've got a bit of time before I have a meeting with the harpsichord tutor from Princeton. So I may go into town and arrange postage for my present to Yamaguchi. And I have to make another Christmas card for my friend Chuck the Magpie. She'll be staying with her family in Tokyo over Christmas again, so that'll be good. I look like I'm emitting gamma radiation. Don't make me angry. You won't like it when I'm angry. All my clothes fall off, but I don't go green. There you are. No, I preempted you there, Vidsy Mom. Yeah. I turn into Bruce Banner when I get angry. Bruce Banner with no clothes on. And not the Hulk. Not quite the same thing. Yeah, so a Marvel comic universe regular people movie. They have no special skills or anything. They can't, do anything fantastical. They just turn up and go, oh. I'd watch that more than go and see a Marvel Comics universe thing. I haven't seen a film in ages. Actually, well, we do actually when I go to England, what we usually do is I look up to see if there's any interesting films on, or interesting for me and my sons. Now there's a mental image for us. Yes, it's going to remain a mental image. A hairy mental image. Sorry, you just look at the video, the advert. You can see, especially when the bit where I put my sock on. This is, yes, sophisticated live stream. So yes, if this is probably not the best example of a live stream, if I've sent links to people that I'm hoping to be guests, and not quite sure whether that was a good idea. I mean, it's great when I have guests that I can have a relaxed but interesting conversation with, which gives a good impression. This might worry some guests. This kind of show at the moment, as it stands. You need to bleach your inner eyes. Yes, I'm slipping back. Sorry, I'm slipping back into old habits of the three old dudes. Deanie's looking for batteries for his old parrot. So, I mean, it's apparently cold in Australia, Dean. But is it getting Christmassy in your house? Hello, Mrs. Bennett. Just in case, you never know. This will be lost on until you plow through 5 years of three old dude videos. This could be lost on you. I'm sorry. But next week it'll be all back to normal, and I shall have a classic Simon NoChaNoMa normal interview with Jenny Silver, and I may actually do a vlog before I go to England. My son was insisting that perhaps we should do a vlog on the way to England, but I've done that before. When I went on my own to visit Caffeine Jedi, I kind of made a vlog about that, going on the Channel Tunnel and driving along the motorway and meeting up with my YouTube friend in Brighton. So I've done that kind of thing. Whether I need to do more, I don't know. But I shall attempt to do vlogs from England. My son's taking his slightly more powerful laptop, so I could maybe even edit and get them uploaded and be a proper YouTuber. I'm highly tempted to throw one of you a link to join, but it's probably 38 tomorrow. Is that 38 Fahrenheit or 38 centigrade? Wait a minute. No. Yes, it's not cold in Australia, is it? No, because it's. Oi, Robert. Here's the third three old dude. Yes, I shall do my best to get a vlog. I think I did one. I didn't do actually a vlog last time I was there. I just did live streams, but I'll try and get a vlog done. Yes, I mean, the bulk of my stuff that I take to England is Christmas presents, clothes, and electronic devices and cameras and stuff. And although my son will be sharing the driving, they're still not keen on. I mean, there's only. I mean, driving up the motorway. There's only, it gets a bit dull after a while if you just watch that. Mm. And I have to look into why why the sound is not playing. I've got system sound on Robert. While you're there, Minicam app, the audio playlist. I've been trying to play music in the background for the viewers to hear. I could hear it if I started playing. I can hear it through my headphones, no bother. But it doesn't sort of go onto the stream. Any ideas? I mean, because I wanted some groovy, cool jazz, classical, and whatnot playing in the background, just to sort of liven things up a bit. But it doesn't seem to work. Doesn't seem to get through from the app to YouTube. And I may, once I figure that out, that introduction sequence may appear next week too. SIS global sound on. I've got system sound as audio sources, system sound, and this microphone, and I've restarted the computer and all that sort of business, and it plays fine. Sorry, people, technical stuff. Plays fine in my earphones, so it's coming through the app into the computer and into my earphones, but it's not transferring. I mean, the microphone sound obviously is going through to the viewers, but the sound, for example, the sound from this video, which is just people wandering about and rain noises, the sound from that video is not coming through to anybody. Although if I put my earphones in, I can hear it. And if I play the audio files that I've got lined up, I can hear it, but nobody else can. Add my computer's mixer. Hang on. Audio. Add microphone. Add microphone. The only options I've got are Blue Snowball and system sound. Sorry, people, it's a bit dull here. I'm hoping that I could figure out a way to. It's challenging, yes. After 3 glasses of wine and halfway through the show, or 3/4 of the way through the show, yes, it's not the best way. It's not the best way to engage an audience. I'll have to look at that later. There you are, Tomo. Unless you've fallen asleep on the sofa. Here we're back in Tokyo again. Yes, I have, Dean. I didn't unplug it, but I did turn it off and on again. Well, yes, tomorrow. I mean, just to get things moving. I mean, I don't normally talk consistently for an hour on end during the week. And certainly not to anybody. So a glass of wine or two helps move things along. Actually, when I was cycling back from town today after my coffee and chocolates, a random middle-aged bloke started a conversation with me on his bicycle next to me. It was quite nice, actually. And then he cycled off, never to be seen again. Mm. Yes, well, when I used to be a guide in a museum, I was more or less forced to speak in front of people, which was the first couple of weeks was terrifying. But since it was a kind of a standard spiel, I got used to it. No, no, we were talking about traffic lights, Dean, because we were stuck at traffic lights on our bikes, and he just randomly started to say, that it was quite dangerous here because drivers didn't notice this, that, and the other, and we had a very interesting conversation about traffic lights. Like we were grumpy old men talking about traffic lights. There's the limit of, and it was in Dutch. Yes, yes, it's a rehearsed. When I started that job, I was like, it was a volunteer job, and I started it when I was 23, 24. And I had done a bit of performance art at art college, but that didn't involve saying much. And I'd done videos at art college, but actually talking to people, like standing up in front of people and talking, was rather terrifying. But we just followed the main guide around for a couple of weeks and listened to what the spiel was, and wrote it all down and memorized it. And then it was our turn, and everybody just stood there, nodded and smiled, and listened. And it was like, oh, this is easy. They call them robots in South Africa, apparently. Dean, I have to. Not quite sure where you're coming from with that one, Dean. I'm a bit lost on that one. So with only a couple of minutes left to go in the rainy streets of Tokyo, and Tomo was probably falling asleep, I shall announce next week that I shall be in contact with her during the week, Jenny Silver, who will be the guest, and we will have topics. They're called traffic lights robots. Traffic robots. I can't do it. I can't do a South African accent at this time of the afternoon. But yes, Jenny Silver will be the guest, voice artist. If those who are interested and those who don't know, look up Jenny Silver on YouTube. Japanese IRL is one of her channels, but she also does voice acting work. And she's been on my old show a couple of times. She used to have a podcast with another American woman, Kimochi Uncensored, it was called. Catching Up with Jenny Silver, yes. And the week after that, I shall be driving to England, so you won't see me on the Saturday, but hopefully I shall appear magically on the Sunday from England, stuffed with mince pies and things. Usually when I do those live streams from my parents' house in England, they randomly appear with plates full of cakes for me while I'm doing the live stream. So I'm looking forward to that. So the time has come. I shall head back to my living room. Ooh, there we are. I'd like to thank everybody in the audience for keeping me company and for joining. And for those watching after the event, I hope you enjoyed this and were not too bored and And we'll continue to subscribe and follow and all that business. And see me next week. Check out my regular channel for vlogs, which I'm attempting to do, and this channel for the live streams. So for now, thank you all for joining. This is me doing my end spiel, by the way. I'd like to say goodbye to Tamara, Vids of your mom, Robert, Dean, Tomo, Ellen, and anybody else that might be lurking. Okay, thanks everyone. See you next week. Bye for now.